America, we got to get back to doing what's expected of us as free citizens in this democracy. That means being tolerant, being respectful, staying informed, and being engaged. I'm former Congressman Joe Walsh. Follow me here and join the millions of Americans who are renewing their social contract with each other. The social contract, it's on us. Donald Trump must be removed from office, like right now, immediately, today. 25th Amendment, impeach and convict him, whatever, remove him, physically remove him from the White House. Donald Trump is a clear and present danger to this country. He's an immediate danger to this country. He's got to be removed now, today. Even in this age of Trump, something happens, he says something, he does something. Even in the age of Trump, every now and then he says something or does something that should make all of us stop in our tracks. Should make all of us just stop in our tracks and say, wow. Even with Trump, with every bad, dishonest, cruel, ignorant, horrible, mean, fascist thing he says, every now and then, and we've become so numbed to it all, but every now and then he says something or does something, even in that context, that makes most Americans go, stop. Okay, this is too much. This went too far. He lost an election, refused to accept the results, and then tried to overthrow that election. And when January 6th happened, damn near every American, even most of Trump's supporters said, okay, this is too much. This is wrong. Even Trump supporters said that about January 6th in real time. Yesterday, we had another one of those moments that should force every American to stop what they're doing during the day, stop what they're doing, stop what they're thinking about, and say, what the fuck? This is bad. That guy in the White House, okay, that's it. Again, he's gone too far. He needs to be gone. Nothing else about yesterday, about what Trump did and said yesterday, nothing else matters but this. Yesterday, the President of the United States publicly called for the execution of 6 members of Congress. Nothing else matters. Doesn't matter what those 6 members of Congress did or said. Doesn't matter what the context is. Doesn't matter how upset Trump was. Doesn't matter insubordination, insurrection, sedition, legal orders, illegal orders. This is what he meant. That's what he meant. This is what the Democrats meant or said in that video. Nothing else matters. It's all noise. The only thing that matters is Donald Trump publicly said those 6 members of Congress should be killed. The president of the United States publicly said that 6 Democratic members of Congress should be killed. Nothing else matters. He publicly said that. There's no context for that. So when I say Trump's a clear and present danger, when I say, as I said yesterday, Trump is an immediate danger, when I said, as I said yesterday, Donald Trump must be removed from office now. He's a danger to this country now. 25th Amendment now. Impeach, convict him now. Remove him. Yesterday was one of those moments. Keith, I don't know if we have the shot of his post. Seditious behavior punishable by death. That's Donald Trump, the President of the United States, calling for 6 Democratic members of Congress to be killed. And I don't give a damn. Thanks, Keith. Again, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can oppose what those Democratic members of Congress said in that video. We could have a debate and a discussion about that. Man, we could get into the whole meaning of sedition, right? We could get into the whole meaning of those Democratic members who posted a video that just reminded members of the military, you must not follow illegal orders, right? That is their obligation. They are obligated not to follow illegal orders. That's all the Democratic members of Congress said in that video. We could debate the video all day long. You can oppose what those Democratic members of Congress said in that video when they said, members of, by the way, those 6 Democratic members of Congress, all veterans, those 6 Democratic members of Congress, you can disagree with what they said. They posted a video and reminded members of the military that you must not follow illegal orders. And by the way, that's the law. They're required. Members of the military are required not to follow unlawful orders. But you can oppose those Democratic members making that video, posting that video. And we can debate that. We can discuss that, all of that. But in response to that, the President of the United States called for those Democratic members of Congress to be killed, to be executed, to be hung in the public square. When I say that nothing else matters yesterday but what Trump did, what Trump said, we all got to understand this. Democratic members of Congress posted a video, right? Reminding members of the military you're required not to follow illegal orders, right? Okay. The President of the United States sees that video, and this is how he reacted. Called for members of Congress to be executed. You can despise what those Democratic members of Congress did in that video. Do you want them to be executed? Or more importantly, is it proper? Is it appropriate? Is it right for the President of the United States responding to that to call for the public execution of those members of Congress. Man, he's gone. He's unhinged. He's a madman. I wanted to post yesterday responding to this. That's it. America, that's it. I mean, Trump needs to be physically removed from the White House. America, take to the streets. America, we need to physically remove Donald Trump from the White House. That's what I wanted to post yesterday. Thankfully, wiser heads talked me off of that ledge. But that's where we are. That guy in the White House right now, he's a danger to every single American. He needs to be removed. Our founders right now would be moving toward open rebellion against Trump. What are we doing? Yesterday was one of those moments. He called for 6 Democrats to be killed. I don't even need to get into, right, the dangerous and divisive and ugly political climate in this country right now. Trump and MAGA after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, right? Jumping on the left, look what you've done. You're encouraging violence. You're inciting violence. Look what you did to Charlie Kirk. And their leader yesterday didn't beat around the bush. He said these 6 Democrats in Congress, they need to be killed. They need to be executed. What is that? Those 6 Democratic members of Congress, each and every one of them right now, 24 hours later, right now are under 24/7 security. Capitol Hill Police right now has these 6 Democratic members under professional security. Capitol Hill Police, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because of the threats these 6 Democratic members of Congress are getting. Because the President of the United States called them traitors and called for them to be publicly executed. Nothing else matters but this. Cable news, they're debating and fighting about how people responded to what Trump said. They're debating and fighting about what the Democratic members of Congress said in that video. None of it matters. None of it matters. I could cede all of it to you. I could say those Democratic members of Congress were out of line, reminding the military that they are obligated not to follow illegal orders. I could give you all of that. The Democratic members of Congress were wrong. They shouldn't have done that. I'll give you all of that. I don't believe that, but I could give you all of that and still say the President of the United States calling for 6 Democratic members of Congress to be executed is cause to remove him from office. That if that's not impeachable, nothing is impeachable. If that's not convictable, nothing is convictable. If you work with that guy and that's not means to invoke the 25th Amendment, man, here you got this madman in the White House saying, kill those Democratic members of Congress. That's what he said. There's no nuance here, guys. I love watching Trump's cheerleaders and sycophants going on TV or social media trying to defend and explain what he said. Same thing, right? It's always the same thing. Oh, Joe, he didn't mean it. Joe, that's not what he meant. Joe, he was just joking. Joe, don't take him literally. All of this, all the time with Trump, right? There's always something, right? There's always an excuse. That's not what he meant. He was just joking. Don't take him literally. We hold Donald Trump, man, to this uniquely low standard. We treat Donald Trump like some misbehaved child who doesn't know any better. And we don't hold any other politician to that low standard. And I'm just wondering if a future Democratic president called for the execution of Republican members of Congress, could we say he was just joking? Don't take him literally. Do those excuses, my MAGA brothers and sisters, apply to a Democratic president? To nothing else matters. I've got nothing else to say this morning. I don't even want to discuss or debate the particulars. The headline is all that matters. The President of the United States publicly called for the execution of 6 members of Congress. Nothing else that happened yesterday matters. A president of the United States calling for the execution, the killing of 6 members of Congress, that is cause to get that president out of the White House. That is cause to remove that president from the White House. He's an immediate danger. He must be removed today. Again, impeach, convict, 25th Amendment. Go into the White House, pick him up and remove him. Don't care how you do it. You get to a point, right, where I started this show today. Every now and then we all stop in our tracks. Here we are again. This is like a January 6th moment. You get to a point where he does or says something that we must not accept. And if a country can't in unison say, our president can't be calling for the killing of his political opponents, that's wrong. Well, that's a country that's just not okay. That's a country that's just not okay. He's got to be removed. It's going to get worse. You're asking me how it can get worse. It will get worse. He's a clear and present danger. He's an immediate danger. Donald Trump needs to be removed from office immediately. Have a good weekend. I have nothing else to say. Subscribe on my Substack if you'd like. Check out my Substack if you'd like. Social Contract with joewalsh.substack.com. Would love it if you subscribed. If you'd like to send me an email about anything, please do. The Social Contract with joewalsh@gmail.com. All one word. Nothing else matters. Be brave out there. Have a good weekend.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been The Social Contract.